High-speed pursuit here. CHP following this vehicle. We don't know what the original want is. There's the LA County Sheriff's helicopter. Are we going on the web or are we going on TV? Here we go, making a U-turn. Oh, perfect opportunity for a pit maneuver. He was able to evade that pit maneuver right there. Now we're going back westbound on Valley Boulevard, back toward the 710 freeway. Yeah, bring it on, whatever you guys want. TV or is it the web? Okay, bring it on. Might be going back onto the freeway here. Looks like we'll be entering the 710 freeway here shortly. We'll break it, guys. Here we go. Re-entering the 710 freeway. Re-entering the 710 freeway here. Ready whenever you are. Michael, this is a very dangerous pursuit. We picked this pursuit up in East LA, News Chopper 4 Alpha. We were in the area. We heard California Highway Patrol pursuing this vehicle. We missed what the original want is. You can see that's California Highway Patrol right behind there. Looks like we're making the transition onto the 10 freeway, which may take us onto the 101 in downtown. Here's what we know. They were following this vehicle at about 90 miles per hour through Alhambra on the eastbound side of the 10 freeway. Vehicle exited it at Garfield Avenue, and that's where some passengers got out of the vehicle and ran onto the freeway. The driver remained, took off, and then went back onto the 10 westbound, flipped a U-turn, and now we're traveling 10 westbound here, coming up into the East LA interchange. High rate of speeds right now. We're looking at, going to clock this guy here. He's going at about 90 miles per hour, so we're checking at about 90 miles per hour, eastbound on the 10 freeway, coming up on the 5 here in Boyle Heights. Again, at least one occupant. There were originally 4 people in the vehicle. A couple of them took off and ran. CHP still pursuing this vehicle at a very high rate of speed right now. We're clocking just under 100 miles per hour. We are in Boyle Heights. We're on the 10 freeway traveling westbound, approaching County General Hospital, so we're in that area. The I-5 Golden State Freeway is going to be the next major interchange. You can see the vehicle in the left lane traveling very dangerously, high rate of speeds. Look at that guy weaving in and out of traffic right now. I'm tracking him. I'm looking at him right now. 105 miles per hour. This is a very dangerous pursuit. If anything, fortunately, it's on a freeway where, you know, these speeds are not so dangerous as far as being on surface streets. But right now, CHP, that's a K9 unit. I heard his dog barking in the background as he was calling out the location. They do want a K9 unit to be one of those primary units right there. You can see that CHP vehicle doing the best he can. Right there down below, you see K9 right on top of that vehicle. So that dog will be utilized if this turns into any type of foot pursuit. Well, he's making a turn right now, Michael, but I can pretty much assume right now, I'm trying to find out where we're going. It looks like into downtown LA onto the 101 freeway. So the downtown slot, 101 freeway, passing Hooper Heliport there to the right. A little bit of traffic there through downtown, nothing unusual, but nothing what we normally see. Just look at how he squeezes through some of those vehicles, picks up this dangerous speed. He gets trapped into some cars here, and then that's when we see them make those evasive maneuvers, those dangerous maneuvers. They escalate the situation. They try to squeeze between vehicles, and in doing so, they create a dangerous situation for everybody on the roadway. News Chopper 4 Alpha, the first one covering this. We're the only ones on this right now. You can see it looks like he may be exiting Alameda right here. This may be a perfect opportunity to perform a pit maneuver if he can get up behind this vehicle in time. They are behind them, and again, it's very hard for them to try to actually get into position. Southbound on Alameda as we maneuver News Chopper 4 around here. Pilot Aldo Bentavia is doing a great job maintaining this visual for us. You can see him going southbound, so now he's heading toward downtown Los Angeles, the Santa Monica Freeway. We have LA County Sheriff helicopter above monitoring this. Here we go, through a construction zone. Look how fast he is, just blazing through that red light. No regard for anybody, no cars, no pedestrians, no construction crews. I mean, this guy is just going without any concern for anybody, and that's what makes these pursuits so darn dangerous. Yeah, I'm going to try. I want to keep a wide shot here, as you can see. Running a red light, pedestrian. Look at that. I think that might have been a pedestrian, but just ran that red light. We're doing about 60 miles per hour right now. 60 miles per hour, still southbound on Alameda. I'm trying to maintain this shot here. Sorry about that. Still continuing almost about 80 miles per hour. Coming up on a red light here. Going to pull out. Light just turned green. So fortunately, that'll be a good situation there. But look how he just weaves in and out. Very dangerous pursuit. We saw this pursuit like this just the other day. My colleague Ilian Moreno was covering a pursuit in Burbank where we saw XF speeds of 100 miles per hour on surface streets. Looks like we're almost able to see that here on the wrong side of the road, practically just running through that red light here. Still southbound on Alameda, making our way towards the the Santa Monica Freeway. Well, they are in full pursuit right now. I really haven't been listening to them right now. I've turned it down here a little. I know what we have is the LA County Sheriff's helicopter. If anything, Michael, they will put them in what they call a tracking mode. Where's that guy? Right there by the big rig. Look how he just has to squeeze by that. We have the LA County Sheriff helicopter. He is calling the position right now. Those units may be having a trouble time keeping up with this vehicle. He's driving so erratically. Every time he blows a red light or anything of that nature, those police cruisers following behind, they don't do that. They have to slow down. Here we go, just coming up on that 10 freeway here. He's coming up on this intersection here. That's East 15th Street. So we're still southbound on Alameda, southbound Alameda Street. Next major street's going to be Washington. And here's an opportunity to get on the freeway, and he's skipping that. So still a dangerous surface street pursuit here. I don't see CHP close behind, which means they may be in a tracking mode, maybe actually trying to get this guy to slow down. Unfortunately, he's still driving wickedly crazy. A very dangerous pursuit here going in now to the streets of South LA. Yeah, Kathy, fortunately no accidents, but only time will make it. Oh, as he just squeezes by some of those vehicles here. Let me try to see if I can squeeze into this guy. Michael, earlier you were talking about dark tinted windows, so we can't see the driver right now. That is a problem for CHP as well as law enforcement. But Kathy, right now I'm clocking this guy going 95 miles per hour. 95 miles southbound on Alameda Street. We haven't seen any accidents, but this pursuit is extremely dangerous. Coming up on surface streets right now, so that's just inviting any possibility of a serious accident here with especially speeds of this caliber. I think you were asking me about the original what? I think that's what you were asking. We don't know yet. I wasn't able to apprehend that information, but I do know CHP attempted to pull this vehicle over somewhere on the 10 freeway in Alhambra, and that's where the pursuit ensued. That was CHP East LA Division. Vehicle got off at Garfield. Look at him. He's trying to get through this traffic here. This is what makes these pursuits so dangerous going southbound on Alameda. He did exit Garfield off the 10 freeway, and that's when some passengers got out of the vehicle and actually ran onto the freeway, but the driver continued. We followed this vehicle. We picked it up on the 10 westbound as it made its way through Monterey Park at Atlantic, and just look how he is accelerating right now. Speeds 95 miles per hour. Looks like it's going to be touching 100 here anytime shortly. No business for any speeds like that. And Michael, I can almost guarantee they put this in a tracking mode. Public safety, number one concern. They do not want anybody to get injured. And considering what the want may be an indication of whether or not they'll continue this pursuit. Here we go. Wrong side of the road. Wrong side of the road. Cross traffic right here. Yeah, and again, I'm trying to listen to the CHP. Original want is no plates on the vehicle. I just heard that right now. Original want, no plates on the vehicle. So, you know, they're trying to do a routine traffic stop. And again, in law enforcement, no traffic stop is routine. But obviously, you can see with this situation, driving along, no plates on this vehicle, try to pull it over. So you have to counterbalance here and weigh the factor. Is it worth it to continue a high-speed, dangerous pursuit like this? That's the watch commander's decision right now. So most likely, they put it in a tracking mode. But if anything right here, you may have a stolen vehicle. We're on East Gary Avenue here. So now we're traveling westbound here, headed toward the 110 freeway. So we're going towards the 110 freeway right off of Alameda, coming up on a red light. Yeah, that's exactly it right now. We still have the LA County helicopter, LA County Sheriff's helicopter. It looks like he went through some movie shoot area or some type of closed street. I'll get you the street here in a minute, but right now this vehicle is still traveling at a high rate of speed. I'll get the street here in a second, but you can't even see law enforcement behind, Kathy. This is primarily a pursuit now being followed by the LA County Sheriff helicopter, who's relaying information to units down below. We've got a red light here. As he comes up on this red light, look how he just nudges his way in through this traffic, and he's approaching Florence Avenue. So this cross street here will be Florence Avenue. Look, just bumping that car, trying to get him out of the way. And this vehicle, person just sitting in that blue car, just waiting, not knowing what's happening. And that's what happens. They get into these situations where they escalate the severity of this pursuit. And here he goes, approaching Florence Avenue. Look, guy on a skateboard. Literally, just no concern for anybody, and that's why these pursuits are so dangerous. Now we're eastbound on Florence Avenue, making a southbound turn here on a dead-end street. Pilot's telling me it's a dead-end street, so let's see what happens here. He's bailing. Yeah, check this dude out. Nonchalant, walking around. He knows no law enforcement is around him. This is Beach Street. This is Beach Street right off of Florence Avenue. Kind of just jogging right now because he knows no law enforcement is behind him. However, the LA County Sheriff helicopter is above. We're watching him and we'll follow the best we can here on News Chopper 4 Avenue, but now he's running toward Graham Avenue. So one male individual running towards Graham Avenue right now. Law enforcement trying to set up to make the takedown. Well, yeah, and Michael, somebody like this who was driving so crazy, now he's running along the tracks here just off near Florence and Alameda. This is going to be west of Alameda. Who's to say what this guy would do? I mean, if that vehicle had no plates, is it stolen? Was it stolen in the commission of a crime, a carjacking or something of that nature? These are questions law enforcement definitely are trying to answer. Dispatchers are definitely working vigorously behind the scene, getting all this information to law enforcement. But you can see he's running in circles. He's running back towards away from Florence Avenue. So he's running a southbound direction here through these train tracks. Sometimes they run into buildings here. We'll get him on the other side here. We're trying to maneuver News Chopper 4, but you can see there he is. I got you, buddy. Ain't going anywhere. Southbound there on those train tracks here. We'll let you know what the major cross street is, but I can hear law enforcement organizing. They're trying to get units in here, but Michael, we've seen this many times. Give them a couple of minutes of running like this. They run out of breath and they just sometimes just give up. Yeah, he knows the chopper's above him. You know, when he got out, look at these guys right here. They probably see what's going on, and they're pointing to law enforcement, and they're looks like they may be pointing to law enforcement right there. There's your law enforcement. They looks like sheriff's department, so we're going to have a good old foot pursuit here in a second. But this guy is going to be taken into custody here. He's looking back. He's going to get tired. He's already slowing down. Hands up, he's tired. Most likely he's going to just lay down here shortly because from when he first started running to now, it's been about 3.5, 4 minutes. This guy already appears to be tired. Best way to do is just give it up, but he's not. I mean, look at him. He's still going strong. He's going to climb this fence onto this personal property here. This is somebody's private property. Wow. Just made that jump here, so we're going to try to see what he is doing, but he is not going to give up anytime soon right now. Thank you. Law enforcement coming in on the other side, right there. Well, it is. And you know what? Law enforcement, the best thing they can do is lead law enforcement to where this individual is. There he is. Let's push a little forward, Aldo, so we can see him. County Sheriff's finally coming up on scene right now. And law enforcement is appreciative, but don't get involved right now. You don't know if this individual is armed or anything of that nature. We're just maneuvering the helicopter right now. This is right off of May Avenue here. So we're just doing some abrupt maneuvers here to get you a good shot here. But you can see suspect is in custody, resisting just a little. But fortunately, this high-speed pursuit, Kathy earlier asking if there were any accidents. We did not see any accidents, and with those speeds on Southern California roadways, very fortunate that was not the case. Vehicle might be stolen, hearing possible reports of that, but right now, one suspect is in custody here. We'll get you a little more information as to exactly where we are, but it looks like we may be actually near the Florence Southgate area.